Home. This is Sincere Milk, Lion's Den. My name is Yahweh Sab. I camp out with Lion's Den Yashuada in Jacksonville, Florida. First, let me say the prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Archims, and to the women and children. Kau, Harayam, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Ha, Rodash, Rodash, Mark. All praise to Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder, one. Salutations to the Archims who are on the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. I always bring this out just to help you, right? There's a war against all Puerto Ricans, right? It was that slaughtering happened in the 1950s, but you can't forget what happened also in the era of Columbus, right? I remember I met one time a couple, Puerto Ricans by the way, who came from Puerto Rico. They only been living in Florida for a year or so. Anyway, we were talking and the topic came up about Columbus, and the lady told me that that did not happen, that it wasn't true. Okay, I said, all right. And then I'm going to show you this book also, because we're living in the era, right, of diseases and sickness. Private investigator, right, internationally, from Harvard, Jewish wannabe. The book has documents. Okay, so they don't hide it on the spraying, right, that they do here in America and outside of America. Okay. Now the title of this lesson, and I hope it's edifying, is called Showing Faith, right? It's very important because you Jake, so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, you being guided, you've been indoctrinated, right? To look in one direction only, okay, men and women. And you're putting all your energy on the things of this world, right? And you're not even questioning or evaluating yourselves what spirit you have in you that is taking you to the things that you're going to, right? I mean, people that are into meditating, right? And sometimes I will ask them, well, when you meditate, what do you meditate in? How do you do it? Some of them say that you stand still, think of nothing. Others, they think of what they, where they want to be at, right? What kind of surrounding of people, right? How much money they want to be making. And when I hear these things, what they're really saying, right, is that they want to be like the Edomites. That's the ones that we call, Caucasians, or they like to call themselves white, okay? Their real name is Edomites. People in power today, right? People in charge today. And that's not the direction you want to be going to. You want to look into that because it's very important, okay? So I put it this way. My first question is, where are you putting your faith in? Meaning your belief, your actions, your works, and your energy. Then my second question is, do you know what spirit you have that is making you do that belief? I mean, did it ever cross your mind that you have a spirit? I mean, when you look at a car, right? You have a car, some of you do, right? And you go into the car, it is you driving the car, right? The car doesn't drive itself. Well, now it will because of the AI, right? The AI will be the one driving the car, okay? All you got to do is sit back and trust the AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Anyway, so if you can understand that car will only move or work when you get in it, then it's the same way with you. What spirit is moving you? Do you know? You don't? Then let's find out. Let's go to James chapter 2, verse 14. Here we go. What does it profit, my brother or sister, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? Right? Simple as an honest question. I mean, I know you wake up every day and you say, well, I got to go to work, I got to pay bills. But does it cross your mind that could be the first day that you wake up and the last day that you're up? You might step out and never come back. Right? Let's go to Matthew 21. Let the Spirit do the work here. In the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Chapter 21, verse 28, all the way to 32 in red letters. Oops. 28, over here. Verse 28. But what do you think? A man had 2 sons, and he came to the first son, to the first, and said, Son, go work today in my vineyard. Verse 29. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward he regretted it and went. Verse 30. Then he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir. But he did not go. 31. Which of the 2 did the will of his father? They said to him, the first. Yahweh Shai said to them, Surely I say to you, that tax collectors and harlots enter the kingdom of Yahweh before you. Make sure I got this. 32. For John came to you in the way of righteousness, and you did not believe him, but tax collectors and harlots believe him. And when you saw it, you did not afterward relent and believe him. Yeah. Just like when we go in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice, right? We call our brothers and sisters, those who are chosen to wake up, by the way, okay? Because 2/3, it's already predicted, it's already marked down who they are. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai keeps the books of the past, right, and of the present, and then with the Lord, he goes, okay, no, I don't want those to wake up. But it's so cute, it's only a baby. I do not want that baby to wake up. Yeah. Okay? So, those who are called, that's who we and the highways and byways are calling, okay? And you pass by us. You see us. You hear it, right? But you have the things of the world getting your attention. Oh, you have Edomite friends, right? That all of a sudden they want your attention even more at that moment when you pass it right by us, right? They got something to say that's important. Okay, so I'm going to go back to James James chapter 2, 15 all the way to 18. Here we go, verse 15. If a brother or sister is naked, destitute of daily food, 16, and one of you say to them, Depart in peace, be warm and fill, but you do not give them the things which are needed for the body, what does it profit? Right? I mean, that's, most of you will say, well, that's logical. But see, I'm talking about faith and the Spirit. What you are doing when you see your brother and your sister hungry, right? And most of the time, they themselves don't even know, or they're afraid. Yeah. They're afraid to receive the truth. So, moving on. Verse 18. But someone will say, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. That's right. Where are you spending your time, your energy, every day? Right? I mean, okay, you're going to the gym, you're exercising, you're eating healthy, right? But what you're doing for the Spirit, and what spirit you have. Very important to know that. I'm going to James chapter 3, verse 13. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by good conduct that his works are done in the meeknesses of wisdom. Yeah. I mean, a lot of you lie to yourselves, right? You forgot that very important part to evaluate. What spirit is in me? What is guiding me? And do you know what to use, right? Well, it's going to come out. The guidebook, the Bible. This is your inheritance, okay? This is the one that we got to use in this kingdom called hell, all right? Because this kingdom belongs to the Edomites, not to us. So I'm going to go now to Hebrews 6, chapter 10. Okay. Hebrews 6, chapter 10. Verse 10. For Yahweh is not unjust to forget your work and labor, love, which you have shown towards his name. So if you don't know his name, if you're not doing the work, then who are you working for? Well, now you begin to see the picture, right? It's becoming clear. The things of this world only is what you're working for, right? And I know some of you are going to say, well, I don't believe in God anyway, or that guy Jesus, Well, okay, I hear you. But let me ask you this question. Do you celebrate Christmas? Yeah. But then you believe in Santa Claus. You want to try it again? See, I'm talking to the spirit in you, right? Yeah. I mean, you want to be so sneaky. Romans chapter 3, verse 4. Now it became clear, right? Well, it's going to become more clear. Here we go. Chapter 3, verse 4 says, certainly not. Indeed, let Yahweh be true, but every man or woman a liar, as it is written. So let's see what is written. That you may be justified in your words, and may overcome when you are judged. Yeah. You were supposed to wake up, right? Realize that who you are, because we're on the highways and byways all over the world. I mean, we are shouting out there pretty loud, right? Someone even has speakers, But I meet when I'm on my daily walk, taking care of business and stuff like that. I stop, talk with people and stuff, men and women, Jakes. And it's amazing how the topic starts, who I am and who they are, and then we start talking about, work. and how we're living in the era where everybody now is running after having their own business, and that's good. Nothing wrong with that. But it's the time and energy that you're putting in. You say, oh man, it takes so much of my time. I got to put a lot of work into to make it happen. I don't even have time off. And I say to myself, this person is not even aware that they're, Hebrew Israelites. And then I bring a topic, and the way I bring it up, I say, there was a small item, a professor who found ancient rocks, stone rocks. I think it was 800 of them. And found out who you and I are. Because when I ask them, who you are, some of them are, say, Puerto Ricans or Cubans. And I go, well, how far back can you go, to your grandparents, where you came from before, you ever landed in the islands? They go, we don't know, Europe or I don't know. And that's when things get confused with them, So I'm going to go to James chapter 2, verse 19 all the way to 26. And it shows you that living in this world, they indoctrinate us so much that a lot of you, think that just because you can think that it's coming from you without asking what spirit is in you and who put it there. So let's go to 19, verse 19, all the way to 26. Here we go. Verse 19. You believe that there is one Yahweh. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. Look at that. Okay? Verse 20. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without work is dead? When Christmas comes, don't you put faith in work? Right? You put the Christmas tree, you work overtime, double time, full time, right? 3 jobs, right? Oh, I got to get gifts for my family, right? But yet, that pagan holiday that you're practicing, it was passed on to you by your parents, right? Comes from the Edomites. It's not ours. Okay? You're calling demons, bad spirit into you. It's wicked. Right? It was Passover that you want to be learning and practicing and doing to the best of your ability. Right? Moving to 21. Was not Abraham, our father, justified by works when he offered Isaac, his son, on the altar? 22. Do you see that faith was working together with his works, and by works faith was made perfect? Does it cross your mind that you're going to die, that you can die, that you will die? So don't you think that you should be looking into the solution and the remedy more than ever now that we are living in the era of viruses, and they're saying 10,000, 20,000, and that it's getting worse? There's going to be a second shutdown, that the mark of the beast is going to be implemented, right? The chip, cashless society. You hear these things. It's not new. It's not the first time you're going to hear this thing. Moving to, give me a minute. I lost my 23, verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled, which said, Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was accounted to him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of Yahweh. For some reason, this word I'm looking right here is the word perfect, because I hear people when they're saying, when they're working, oh man, I'm a detailed person. I'm very, I like to perfect my skills. But how about doing Yahweh Shai's work, right? Become perfect. Work at that to the best of your ability. Moving to 24, verse 24. You see them, that a man is justified by works, and not by faith only. Verse 25. Likewise, was not Rahab the harlot also justified by works when she received the messengers and sent them out another way? See? She did something right and wise, right? When she met these two Israelites, right, that went to the city to recon the place, and the soldiers, right, were coming, heard that there was two spies, right, and she saw them. She knows they're not from the neighborhood, from the area. She said, "Hey, come over here, come inside." And they told her who they are, and she said, "Okay, I tell you what, they're gonna be knocking door to door. They're gonna be knocking on my door. You can escape this way." And because of doing that, she was blessed. That little thing that she did, right? So, verse 26. For as the body without spirit is dead, so faith without work is dead also. There you go. You have a dead spirit, right? You're not doing the will. You don't know the name, right? The name that you use probably, or that you heard of, or you don't even say because you don't, probably don't believe in God anyway, right? And you say, oh yeah, that Jesus, blue eyes and blonde hair. No, it's not the Son of God. The Son of God looks like this. See? With a brownish, brown skin, right? And mighty, a lion from Judah, tribe of Judah, right? That guy is from Caesar Borgia. He's the son of a pope. You can Google and, read the rest. He even got a document on History Channel. So I'm going to move now to something with faith. Okay, Song 83 from 1 to 6, Song. So you can see that how important for you to start using this book for meditation and for guidance and to learn who you are. 83. Give me a minute. 83. Here we go. Verse 1 all the way to 6. Do not keep silent, O Yahweh. Do not hold your peace. And do not be still, O Yahweh. Verse 2. For behold, your enemies make tumult, and those who hate you have lifted up their head. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against your people. You think because you got a job that you like or that you love or that you enjoy, and you say, oh, I'm making good money. But the money that you're making is, by the way, is counterfeit. It's a fake, Federal Reserve notes. Soon to be a cashless society, right, with new regulations. And counsels together against your sheltered ones. Okay? I'll leave it at that. So, Slakia, I'll say all the way to verse 6. Here goes verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That's how come you so confused, when you have brothers coming up to you to talk to you, you get on guard, right? Especially you Jake women. If you see a symbol of Hebrew, right? So sometimes we have to be, disguised and just be in the flesh. Let you know that we come in peace. Right? Because you love this world so much, right? It's like when somebody's in the beach swimming, they go far out and they're drowning, and you go out there and you want to help them, right? And you tell them, calm down, I'm going to help you. But they're freaking out and they're throwing punches and kicking, right? In the beach or in the ocean, you do that. I will have to knock you out just to bring you out. But in this situation, with the word, all I can do is say, okay, go in peace. Boy. That the name of Israel may not be, or may be remembered no more. See, they don't want you to remember who you are. And a lot of you don't even want to remember that you're Israelite. No, I don't want to be that. Oh, God forbid. The most beautiful thing, right? Not only on earth, in the universe, is realizing that you're an Israelite, right? Come from a mighty family, a mighty tribe, wealthy family, okay? And you say, oh, no. I don't want that. I want what the Edomites have. Okay, well, did you know the Edomites are going to get 1,000 years of slavery? That's what you want, right? And did you know that after that, after they serve us and build our kingdom, they're going to get exterminated? Think about it, okay? So now I'm going to verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They form a confederacy against you. Verse 6. The tents of Edom, see, Edomites, and the Ishmaelites, Moab, and the Haggites. Okay? So it's letting you know that the Edomites, right? The Chinese and the other rest of that are not chosen are not Israelites. Okay? Because we are all over the world, among them. Right? But the ones who are not chosen, they know who you are. It is you who don't want to know or don't want to accept. So I'm going to leave you. No, I'm going to go two more. Isaac 45, chapter 7. Isaac. Just so you can see that it is Yahweh and Yahweh in control of good and evil. I got to do this. I keep forgetting. There we go. Okay, 45. Isaac 45. My timing is all right. Verse 7. I form the light, I create darknesses. I make peace and I make peace and create calamity. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Yeah, he's making it clear that he does light, right, which is righteousness, and creates darkness, which is wickedness. In case you didn't catch that, okay? That went over your head. I'm going to go now to Song 77:12. Song. Because I meet people that are into meditation, meditating. I met one this week, so it brought me to that attention. Here we go, 77 verse 12. I'm getting there. Verse 12. I will also meditate on all your work and talk of your deeds. Yeah. Do you meditate on his words? And what deeds are you doing? right? Are you doing good deeds for Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, or are you doing deeds for the Edomites? Something to think about, and I hope it was edifying. And with that, I'll leave it. Shalom.